That you come to Ohio State. It's a primetime night game versus Penn State. What do you expect in this Saturday, man?
Great atmosphere. I think the fans gonna show up and support us well like they always do. It's just gonna be fun. It's gonna be great out there.
What did you think of the two-quarterback system? How, in your opinion, did you feel it worked? They say Cardell can stretch the field. JT's so good at maybe fitting into the tight windows in the red zone. Talk to us about that a little bit.
I think it worked to the best of our ability. I think we put up more points than we had all season.
Yeah.
And it showed that we were a more diverse offense using both of them in the right situations, which helped us out a lot.
What are you seeing from Penn State? They're 10th in the nation in total defense right now. They're known as linebacker U. They have some players. Talk to us about the Nittany Lions a little bit.
Oh, they're always going to come to play, especially being a primetime game against the Buckeyes.
Yeah.
Their defense has always been great, and I think they're going to step it up, another notch to play us. But we have to be prepared for everything they throw at us, which will be a lot. So it's going to be a great game.
Jalin, are your eyes bigger and brighter for a night game, primetime game? People are watching. I mean, what changes about you?
Oh, definitely. I mean, it's the last game of the day, for all the college sports games, and everybody's watching, like you said. So you just gotta go out there and perform, to the best of the ability, and make plays when your number's called, and execute on my side the offense at a high level.
From especially like a punt return situation, catching passes, how much different is that at night in the shoe? Is it tougher to pick up the ball? Is it easier to pick up the ball?
Oh, it's both ways. When the ball gets in the air a little bit, you can kind of get lost. But the lights at our stadium was so bright that maybe it get lost in the lights more so than the darkness.
Yeah.
So you try to adjust it as well as you can in pregame and go out there and make plays.
Hey Jalin, when you review the film of your punt returns, sometimes it looks like you get pretty close to the ball. How do you analyze, or how do the coaches analyze your decision making on some of those punt returns, and how do you gauge yourself?
Whether I can make a play and get in positive yards. I don't want to pick up a punt or catch a punt and go backward. That's my biggest thing, and the coach's biggest thing. We want to gain yards more so than lose yards, and become the top punt return team in the country.
Have you ever gotten too close to a ball you didn't want to pick up?
Definitely. I probably scare a lot of people sometimes, but I'm just trying to do my job and make plays.
There's one rival for you guys, but where does Penn State rank beyond that, below that?
Penn State being a big Big Ten opponent, this is definitely a big game for us. We don't take them lightly. We're going to go in there. I think the most prepared team will win this game, and we prepared very well for this team. It's not over yet, but I can't wait to play.
Is there an aura about them, something special about Penn State?
Oh, definitely. It's a difference, between Penn State, and a smaller Big Ten team, just because they are Penn State and they have a great legacy, a great tradition.
Jalin, what is different? What's different? Go ahead.
How are you going to look in that black uniform?
Oh man, I haven't seen it yet, but hopefully, we live up to the expectations of looking real nice in them. I've seen a couple pictures and I like them a lot.
Is that taking a little bit of a risk, putting on different colors for you understand what I'm saying, from a big game?
Yeah, you definitely don't want to change stuff up and then unfortunately have some bad things happen and lose the game. But it's all it's all football.
You personally, what did you change after the two bobbles at Indiana? Are you a little bit more careful player today than you were 2 weeks ago? If you follow my drift there.
I don't think it's necessarily more careful. I'm just more fundamentally sound. I changed up the way that I carry the ball, put it more on my chest rather than swinging it out. I was, like Coach Meyer said, I was just trying to strain to get extra yards. Unfortunately the ball got, knocked out, which I had fixed a lot.
Jalin, do you feel like you've established yourself as the guy who's going to try to stretch the field in the vertical passing game?
Yes, sir. I think, I think I made a couple plays that show that I can stretch the field deep, and I will hopefully continue to make those plays.
Is there anything that you worked on in this summer, maybe in the spring, with an eye toward being that guy?
I think I just, got a little faster. Worked a lot in the offseason of my top end speed, so being able to track the ball down when it's in the air.
Hey Jalin, would you rather catch a touchdown pass or return a punt for a touchdown?
I'd probably rather return a punt, just because it's kind of difficult or kind of different. You out there on the special teams unit and you take it back to the houses. Not many people can do that. And a lot of people play receiver, but not many people play punt return.
I was going to ask you, when did you discover you had that talent to track balls? Like on punts? Yeah. I mean, like a center fielder almost. I mean, it's not Not every man can do that, or woman.
I mean, they kind of threw me in there.
Yeah.
So I mean, I didn't really have a choice. If I knew if I wanted to be, you know, a great player or, you know, a better player than I was, I would have to be able to do something different, you know, than everybody else.
Did you have?
But there's more to you than that catching. I mean, you're aggressive. If you understand what I'm saying,
Yeah.
you have an aggressive mindset to that position.
I think it's more confident in the people that's blocking for me or the people that's, you know, in front of me. That helps me be more aggressive to the ball. And being able to know that I'm going to catch the ball clean and be able to make something happen with it.
Did you ever think coming out of high school playing quarterback that you'd be punt returner at Ohio State?
No, I didn't think I would punt return. I thought I maybe would kick return, you know. But when I seen how, you know, how well I could do at punt return, I just worked on my craft and got the best I could be.
Jalin, you catch footballs from these two quarterbacks and stuff. Do you like the Mr. as I call him, Mr. Outside, Mr. Inside red zone setup?
Oh yeah, definitely.
How has that changed the dynamic with the team? Is the team more fired up about it? I mean, just explain to what's going on inside the team.
I think it helps us, you know, create difficulty for the defensive game plan because they don't know who's going to come in at any situation, whether it be the red zone or outside of the red zone. And I think we have two great quarterbacks, you know, that can both lead us down the field at any given time. And so, you know, those two being able to be in at any time is a great fit for us.
And what does it do, though, for having a captain like JT who's now figuring in the game plan? I mean, does that help him too? You understand? I mean, what does this just do for the team as a whole to have a captain who's playing again?
It definitely helps us have an extra leader out there on the field, you know, that wants to win and wants to do anything for the team.
Yeah.
And when you see that, you know, you play up to his standard. You know, it helps us all around the board play up to his, you know, capability, and it helps us win.
Jalin, did you sense how much last week's game meant to Braxton? I mean, you had a quiet month after Richmond Tech. Did you sense how much that mattered to him?
Yeah, I think I did. I think it's that way for him every week, just because it's his last season, and he wants to, you know, the best for us and the best for himself. And you know, him not being involved a couple of weeks, you know, he probably was a little down, but he knew that his time was coming and his time will continue to come.
And you've made that transition. He's done it suddenly. What would you want to say about how he's made that transition?
Oh, he's done it well. You know, he's done it well. And it's hard, and it's not easy, you know, going from not touching the ball every play. But, I mean, he's done it well, and he's helped the team out the best he can.
Did you get to talk to Devin Smith at the game the other day?
Oh, yeah, Devin, yeah. I talked to him before and after the game and during the game.
Any advice about being the deep threat that you want to be?
He said if you get open on the short route, then you could get open on the deep route. So he just said continue to work on that.
You mentioned earlier Penn State. We recognize it's one of the better defenses in the country right now. But what is it that you see that explains why? What is it they do maybe exceptionally well that maybe you haven't seen this year?
One thing, they have really good players. You know, they have really good players to play fundamentally, and they play great. You know, when the time is called, and I think that's, you know, one of the things that sets them apart is that their players do play great, you know, when they have to play.
Jalin, talk to us about your relationship with Braxton Miller, both on the field, in the locker room. You know, it's an interesting concept. He was one of the greatest quarterbacks here at Ohio State. He's changed positions. You guys play a similar position. Would you describe it as a camaraderie, a competition? Kind of talk to us about your relationship with Braxton.
I think it's more of a camaraderie. You know, I think we want to help each other out, you know, best we can. I want him to be as successful as he can, and he wants me to be that way too. You know, so I told him I'd do anything, you know, to help him get to that point, just because I've been through what he's been through. You know, I'm younger than him, but I can show him, you know, what he needs to do to get to that level.
Yeah, so you are the younger guy, but you feel that you can coach him up in some ways?
Oh, definitely. You know, I'm continually coaching him up as he is for me. You know, I'm coaching him up more so on, you know, where to be at or what play to run or how to run that play. He coaches me up more on how to, you know, make people miss and make more plays. So it's a win-win situation for me and him.
Jalin, are you rooting at all for Kyle Schwarber?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, Kyle. Yeah, I played when he was a senior my sophomore year. So I kind of followed his footsteps. You know, he showed me how to work hard and be able to be successful one day, as he is doing a great job.
What you think of the home run?
I didn't get to see it, but I heard about it, and I just told him to keep up the good work and keep playing hard.